Today on The Spot, October heats up with game releases, and we check in with Jim Mayberry to see what's hot in our review roundup. More downloadable content can be found this week on PlayStation Network, and Justin Calvert stops in for a lengthy demo of Forza Motorsport 3 exclusively on the Xbox 360. All that and more today on The Spot.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Today on the Spot. My name is Brian Eckberg, and I'm joined by the birthday boy, Sean McInnes.
Sean McInnes, that's my name.
That's you, and you are 16 years old today.
I can finally drive. I'm so excited.
How was the party? Lots of girls showed up and get a nice gift from mom and dad?
Due to legal reasons, I can't talk about the party.
Yeah.
The police came and they made me sign a document, and it got real messy.
It happens.
But suffice it to say, it was a good party.
So speaking of legal problems, I know we said earlier in the week that we had this PC and monitor setup that we were going to give away. Unfortunately, the lawyers got involved, and they saying we have to jump through a few more hoops legalese-wise, but we are going to be able to give that PC away to you guys, and it is sweet. It's got a GTX 285. I don't know what that is, but I know it's awesome. The next 3 weeks, you guys are going to have a chance to do a whole bunch of stuff for a chance to win that PC and monitor setup, so trust me, you guys are all still in the running for that awesome giveaway. And of course, next Friday, October 9th at 4 p.m., we've got the first hour of Brutal Legend. Sean, I know you're looking forward to that game.
I'm also looking forward to Tim Schafer dropping by, the creative genius behind the game.
He's going to be here?
Is making the long 4-block trek to the GameSpot offices to come join us.
Well, that's going to be really awesome, the first hour. So be on the lookout for that. Next Friday, October 9th, 4 p.m.
Hey everyone, it's your GameSpot news update for Saturday, October 3rd. I'm Tor Thorson. The Wii 4.2 firmware update arrived this week, and with it, a bit of a mess for Nintendo. The update doesn't add any new features, but it has been turning a sizable number of Wiis into one of these. Nintendo claims the update only affects consoles that have been modded, although there are several hundred people on its forums which beg to differ. Caveat emptor, people. Now, remember that crazy talk last year from Will Wright when he said they were thinking about making a Spore movie? Well, that talk is crazy no longer, with 20th Century Fox announcing today that it is indeed making a computer-animated movie based on the Everything Sim. The project is in development at Fox's Blue Sky Studios, the studio behind, or should I say responsible for, the Ice Age movies. Ice Age director Chris Wedge will direct, and Electronic Arts will co-produce under its EA Entertainment label. Other EA movie projects include The Sims, Dante's Inferno, Army of Two, Dead Space, and Mass Effect. Well, that's it, your GameSpot news update for Saturday, October 3rd. For more headlines like these, head on over to news.gamespot.com.
All right, thanks for that, Tor. Appreciate that. Sean McInnes, I want to make it clear, we don't hate Justin.
We don't hate him. We just really don't like him.
Yeah, right now we don't like him because he's playing Forza 3 and you and I are not.
I know. I've been watching him basically all day long. He's been pretty much going to town on that custom livery editor.
Yeah.
Pretty sure when I last saw him, he was making the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, he's really good. You guys will be able to check out the Forza 3 look with Justin in just a bit. But right now, we want to get you guys caught up with everything that's happening on the PlayStation Network.
This week on the PlayStation Network, in honor of the release of the PSP Go, over 100 PSP downloadable games have been added. Lots of classics and newer games have been included and range in price, so be sure to take a look at the full list. Totally new are new minis for the PSP, such as Alien Havoc, Brain Pipe, Field Runners, Funky Punch, Hero of Sparta, Tetris, and Sudoku. In the game demos department, a new demo for Brutal Legend has made its way to the PlayStation Network. Tim Schafer's new open-world adventure puts you in the shoes of a rock and roll roadie named Eddie Riggs, who enters a mysterious land of rock. You can download the demo now and give it a spin for yourself, but you'll have to wait a couple more weeks to get your hands on the full game when it comes out on Rocktober 13th.
Lords of gross leather.
Another new demo this week is Need for Speed Shift. Electronic Arts' long-running series returns with more cars, tracks, and a whole lot more. The demo gives you a taste of the racing action that's included in the full game of Need for Speed Shift, which is currently available for the PlayStation 3. Check our coverage on the site, including a full review, or download the demo today and try it for yourself. New downloadable games hitting the PlayStation Network this week include Digger HD, which, if fans can remember, was a popular PC game from the 80s, but now features a fresh coat of paint in this HD remake. The game has you digging your way through 60 levels and trying to master 240 special challenges. Digger HD is available now for download with a price of $9.99. Another classic hitting the downloadable games section this week is Uno. The classic card game returns in this PlayStation Network adaptation that adds multiplayer fun without the worry about losing any of those pesky cards. Getting your virtual Uno on the PlayStation Network will run you $9.99. New PS1 classics have been added, including Jumping Flash 2, Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko, Jammer Lammy, and Nuclear Strike. In the game add-ons section this week, we've got new official Watchmen costumes for Little Big Planet. Rorschach, Silk Spectre, Ozymandias, and Night Owl are all available each for $1.99 or all 4 for $5.99. New add-ons also available this week include Fallout 3 Operation Anchorage, which lets you explore a whole new quest as you make your way through a simulation of a pivotal battle set during the war in Alaska. But wait, there's more! Fallout 3 fans can also download the Pit add-on this week, which lets you travel to Pittsburgh, where you'll find more enemies, more story, and more loot to find. Both Fallout 3 add-ons, the Pit and Operation Anchorage, are available for $9.99.
Your garage is like the real-life Gran Turismo garage. I mean,
it is kind of like that, actually, now that you mention it. That was always sort of my dream as a kid, and yeah, that's it, sure.
Lastly, in the video section this week, Gran Turismo fans might want to check out an interview with Jay Leno about his car collection, Gran Turismo, and also take a look at the Gran Turismo PSP commercial that we want to recreate for real. Well, that's all the time we have. Be sure to see GameSpot.com or PlayStation.com for full details on the new releases hitting this week on the PlayStation Network.
Lots of stuff going on the PlayStation Network, and the PSP Go is here.
I know, and to celebrate the new digital-only service, they just pumped a ton of games into PSN.
Yeah, that's really good. Lots of stuff to play on the PSP Go. Right now, we're going to take a look at Forza 3. The time has come to check out what Justin's been playing, and I go into his office and I'll be like, "What you doing, Justin?" And he says, "I'm just, like you said, I'm painting a masterpiece.
Exactly.
I'm racing in all these awesome places that we want
He
to
said,
be."
here's a game that you don't get to play for 3 weeks.
Right, for 3 more weeks. Yeah, it's going to be out on October 27th. So let's go take a look at Forza 3 with Justin Calvert right now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ryan McDonald here, and I've got the distinct pleasure of being joined by Justin Calvert, who has brought us a very special
How you doing,
game.
Ryan?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
All right, thanks so much for coming by. This is your first time on the set, on the show.
It is.
That's
it
crazy.
is. This place is clean.
Yeah, thank you very much. We like to keep it nice. But Forza Motorsport 3, you totally have that.
Yeah, I've had it for a week or so now, actually, and I've been spending way too much time with it.
Now, one of the first things you've been going to show us and been talking about is this crazy customization and all this other stuff. How you can make stuff and sell it, and
yeah, car customization was a big part of the Forza 2, you know, and I got, some of you probably know, like I got way into that stuff, and this one's no different. The tools for actually designing your cars are very similar. I can show you those real quick. Or actually, you know what? I'll show you the create vinyl group option, because that's new. So in the last game, what you had to do when you wanted to make a vinyl or something was you had to actually apply it on the car. So what everybody used to do was just like
they pick the Mini, right?
Yeah, you'd get like the Mini Cooper or something like that, and it would because it had a big white flat roof.
Yeah, the nice
you would
flat.
use that as your surface. Now what they've done is you can bring up this squared paper here. This is one that I made.
I gotcha.
You know, I'm just showing off because I'm pretty pleased with it.
Dude, you made the Red Bull logo?
I made this. It took like 4 or 5 hours. I can show you here that it's. These are the shapes that it's made up of.
Oh wow.
So
it's almost
it
like
took a while.
I gotcha. That's awesome.
So now I'm putting that on cars. The tools work in the same way, but then so the thing that's really cool, I'm going to show you here. So now you. Checking my mailbox here, I've got a bunch of storefront messages, right? And this is a lot of this is me making money, because what they've done is, so if I go here now, let's okay, I don't need to save that. We'll go to the store here.
So you make them and then you sell them.
Yeah, you sell them. So the way it used to work was you'd go to the auction house, and if you wanted to sell a design, you had to put that design on a car. And then if you didn't want everybody else just like cutting and pasting it and having them make money off your work, you had to like lock it and all that stuff. Now what they've done is, like, you have a storefront. So this is my storefront. So these are cars that I've designed, like full designs, and I've been able to make them limited edition. So there's only 68 of these are ever going to be made, I've decided.
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm selling them for 30 grand a time.
How many have you sold so far, you know?
I've sold 2 of those. I've sold 2 of my Marlboro Celikas, 1 of my little Clios that I made. These are my vinyl groups.
Oh,
Got
the mystery
some
spider.
variations of the Red Bull here with outlines and stuff.
Now,
I'm making 50 grand a pop on those.
That's
so
awesome.
So that's good. And the rest of this is just me kind of playing around. Sonic is selling. The mystery spot is a big seller for me. So yeah, just a bunch of stuff. And then of course you can look at what other people are doing as well. So we'll go like buy designs.
How do you sort that?
And it's searchable now, so you can see. I should show that real quick. So if I want to look for vinyls that people have made, the thing that's really cool now is you can look for keywords. So if you're someone who's into anime stuff, for example, like one of the keywords somewhere is anime. Maybe it's down here. There you go. So I want to look for anime stuff. Maybe I would put cartoon in there as well. I can put in manual keywords, so if I was specifically looking for like Hello Kitty, I could put that in there, and then I would do the search, and it'll let me know if it finds anything. I guess no one's making anime stuff just yet.
So the one question I have, does it rank people, like, if you're like the master designer and selling all kinds of stuff, does it rank people by how much they've made, how much they've sold, and like?
So what, there's a leaderboard for designers. I'm not sure how it works, but what you can see here is that every item has a rating of up to 5 stars, and that works like any, a lot of games with like user-created content where it's like you rate other people's content. So, okay, some dude's made a Rockstar logo. I think that looks pretty good.
That's pretty good. I think the yellow could be a little more yellow.
Yeah, so I'll maybe rate that 4 stars, and then that counts towards his overall rating.
Actually, on the other Mario does look really good.
And if I think if I particularly like his stuff, I can go to his storefront and see what else he's been working on.
So what about you?
He's done Transformer stuff.
Are you ranked high? Are you one of the people that makes good stuff?
Oh man, you put me on the spot now. All right, let's go to the leaderboards. Designer, I'm ranked 8th. I haven't done many cars. That's fine.
So who are all these people? This game is not out yet. It doesn't come out for like another month. Who are all these people playing? These testers?
There's obviously a lot of reviewers, and I think actually Turn 10 have got a thing they call like their MVP program. Yeah. So people who were really, really prolific and putting out a lot of high quality stuff in Forza 2 are getting like preferential treatment, and they're getting the game. I think actually they're getting the game like this weekend.
Oh wow!
Some of them.
That's pretty cool.
So this is the top rated content anywhere. So the highest rated thing anywhere is this photo that somebody took of an Aston Martin on the Nürburgring.
That is crazy.
That looks pretty cool.
And then
it's my Red Bull logo.
That's right.
And then it's this awesome Ghostbusters logo, which is a guy at Turn 10 who made that, and it's really good. I got this photo. Look at that.
That is crazy. So like, did he apply the Sepia-tone filter to that?
Yeah, you can do that all in game.
That's right. I forgot they had showed off all the crazy video and editing stuff you got in there.
So the community stuff is obviously a pretty big deal now. And the career mode's cool, but I guess really
You're racing.
Let's race a car. Shall we? You can do that too. So I'll go into free play rather than my career, because in here we can just choose any car and any track. So
how is the selection?
It's cool. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, like 29 Ferraris, 18 Fords, 20 Honda. Like there's a bunch of good stuff, and most of it is definitely it's very desirable stuff. There's not like, not to diss Gran Turismo or anything. I like the fact that they have some smaller cars you can mess with and everything, but most of the cars in this game are definitely kind of aspirational, I would say. I'm a big fan of the Ferrari California, so I'm going to take that for a drive.
Now, while we're waiting for this thing to load up, what other new things off the top of your head Forza 2 fans looking toward this one are going to be pretty excited when they finally get it?
Man, I guess, the career mode's structured very differently now, and you can take like alternate routes through it. So, like you basically, like each season, there's like one competition you have to do, but each of the rounds of that competition are set 2 weeks apart. So then during those 2 weeks, you can choose other smaller events to do, and so this. It's the same kind of thing. Like there's class events, there's stuff where it's like, okay, only cars that are made in Britain, only cars that are made in Japan, only rear-wheel drive cars. Like it's all divided up in as many different ways as you can think of.
What track are you gonna pick?
I'm gonna show this track. Okay. I don't know if much has been seen of this one before or not. It was new to me when I got the game. I hadn't seen it previously.
Is this the one they announced like at Tokyo Game Show?
This is no, that was one set in Japan, I think, which is also a really good one. This one is set in, I don't know if you pronounce that Sedona. Yes. I think it's in Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not real, though. I'm not I'm not 100% sure, but I
Yeah.
Googled it and I didn't find it, so I'm assuming it's not real.
So what else? What else can you tell us about this? It's coming out when?
It's not coming out until I think it's the 29th of this month. So we'd really lucked out. We got this real nice and early, you know. Microsoft and Turn 10 definitely looked after us on this one, got us code early, and it's great because it means when the review comes out, which is maybe going to be 2 or 3 weeks from now, that we're going to have some more fun with it before then. But by then, you know, the community stuff's going to be totally, there's going to be stuff there, we're going to have experienced it properly. So here, okay, we've got some cars coming up behind me here. Let's get on this racing line. So yeah, and you can, one of the things I like here is that you can hear the crowd and everything when you're in the stadium. It's really great, and you just notice that when I go under the tunnel on the way out, whoops, oh damn. That stuff all just kind of, fades away because suddenly you're out in the desert.
Now, obviously, you scraped against the wall. Full damage model again.
Yeah, I actually, I think in the free play mode, the damage is, oh damn. Okay, I'm going to show another feature here. I'm just going to use the, this is new.
That is cool.
Do the rewind here, and you can use it as many times as you want. The thing I really like about it is that, if you're a purist, you don't believe in using that kind of stuff, that's fine, don't. And when your times appear on the leaderboard, they'll appear above people who have used that.
Oh, wow.
So even if my time now is the fastest in the world, the fact that I've used that, it's not going to be top of the leaderboard. So that's neat.
This is your tunnel.
Yeah, so here I am coming out into the desert now. So yeah, as I was saying, I think in free play mode the damage is just cosmetic. But in career mode, I'm playing with full damage. So yeah, bits are falling off, and it's affecting the performance a little.
Well, excellent, Justin Calvert.
Here we go. I know there's some people out there who like the in-car view.
Oh yeah.
So here we go. I'm not real good on in-car view, but
it's funny because depending on the game, for me, it seems like I like one view over another one. I've been playing Dirt 2, and I noticed on Dirt 2. If I want to do well, I take the hood view, which gives me a real good true sense of where my car is in relation to the road.
Oh, I really got slowed down on that track on the sound.
All right, well, I'm sure I could keep you here all day.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let you sneak out of here because I'm sure you want to get back to playing more of this.
Oh yes.
Any last words other than October 29th is coming out, Xbox 360 exclusive, obviously?
Yeah, October 29th, Xbox exclusive, and. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to pimp the fact that I have a Forza union.
Oh, right.
It's called the Forza Paint Shop, and it's where there's a bunch of us there. We meet on weekends to race cars and to paint cars, and we exchange tips and paint cars for each other and stuff like that. So I did it for Forza 2, and I'm kind of ramping up the union again. And if you're interested, you know where to find me.
All right, and for the folks that don't know, that are interested, do they still know how to find you?
If you come to my profile on GameSpot, Justice Covert, there's a link. My unions, I'm the leader of that union, so it's there. Just Forza Paint Shop, and we have a lot of fun. We meet on weekends and race cars that we've all painted, and we kind of compare them. We upload videos and screenshots afterwards and stuff. So. All
right, well, there's a look at Forza Motorsport 3, Justin Calvert. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate checking it out. October 29th is the day to be looking out for that one. Demo's out there now, so if you haven't tried it, try it. And back to the show.
Hey folks, it's your lucky day. It's time for the second of today's daily demos. I've got Ryan McDonald here, and we're playing Tekken 6.
Yeah, that is absolutely correct, sir.
You got this on the console. You're rocking the DualShock there. We're on the PS3 at this point.
Yep. I'm going to show you just a little bit of the arcade battling action that you probably know and love.
Yes.
Tekken fans know what Tekken 6 is kind of all about. You got the left, right for the kicks and the punches on the face.
And now who are you fighting here?
I am right now Paul Phoenix fighting my good friend Martial Law in one of the classic matchups, right?
He doesn't really look like your good friend.
No. Actually, I shouldn't even call him Martial Law because could be his son.
That's true.
No, but I'm pretty sure is
the original.
Yeah, he's looking for both these guys.
So a lot of familiar characters.
Yes, a lot of familiar characters. Of course, Tekken 6 has been in arcades, certainly in Japan for quite some time. So there's no real surprises here, but there are some new characters. We can look at the screen if you'd like, so I can show off all the characters.
Take a look at him in a second. Although I gotta say, I like watching you punch dudes.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, in terms of the actual fighting controls, is there any sort of refinement this time around? Anything new or tweaked or anything?
To be honest with you, there are a bunch of little things here and there. We can actually go in the command list and you can see for Paul some of the stuff it lists. But I mean, it's fairly, for the most part, Tekken. But the other thing I'll say is, like, you know, this is like, I got this like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. You got it 10 minutes ago, but you know, it's familiar. Oh my God, there's 2 kangaroos.
Yeah, Roger Jr.
That's horrifying. I mean, you know, you got to train them early.
Oh, yes.
If you want them to succeed, really.
I mean, the weird thing is, I'm gonna have to go home and go back to like Tekken 1. I mean, the progression of, you know, visual quality in the Tekken series has been pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is a real sharp-looking game now, and I noticed in that last stage, you sort of fell through the floor. So some of these stages go into multiple areas.
Yes. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That was a sweet jump kick.
All right. I'm gonna stop playing because I'm gonna be playing this.
It's got to focus
all day.
on beating a kangaroo and its little Joey.
Let me jump out to the main menu so you can see some of the stuff that got going on out here.
All right. Cool.
There's pretty much the scenario campaign.
Okay.
And the scenario campaign is what I'm going to show you actually on the Xbox 360 here in a sec.
We'll jump over there in a minute. Yeah.
The scenario campaign basically, you remember Force Mode from Tekken 3? It's kind of basically, you know, a 3D adventure game. They stick you in, you know, with Tekken characters, and you run through and there's storyline stuff, and you get to a point and it's like you got to fight these dudes.
Yeah.
I'll show you that in a sec. That's pretty much what scenario campaign is.
All right.
Lots of story. I looked at that before we started, and there's like literally the 10 minutes I had, it was 10 minutes spent watching all the stuff that
Is it sort of like the norm for fighting game story, like what the hell's going on here? Kind of strange stuff? I mean, I imagine the story of a kangaroo and its fighting baby is a little weird.
Well, the Tekken series has always had a really actually super, I would say, it's pretty like intricate storyline with the whole like Haibatsu and like, you know, Jin Kazama and the father and the god, you know, it's like, so there's all kinds of, so yeah, in the 10 minutes I saw in the scenario mode, it had a pretty serious storyline.
Nice.
I think I heard a couple people walking by like, what is this? And because like, you know, the dudes are running around with guns in there, and
yeah,
and they're like, I'm like, this is Tekken. And
looking
like,
sharp.
No, it's not. Offline mode, which is odd because if you look at the main title screen, it's not like there's an arcade mode or anything. But you hit this offline mode, and there's all your stuff.
There's all your familiar modes
there's
right there.
Your arcade mode, little ghost battle, which is, you know, kind of fight continuously with ghost characters. Versus battle, grayed out because I don't have a second controller plugged in. Team, you know, you pick a team and you basically go against CPU, a little team-on-team action. Time attack, survival, and practice, of course. Let me show you this. Let me show you this screen of characters, though, because as you'll see when I pop this on here, look how many characters are. Like,
what? This
is like Tekken. I mean, I guess the Tekken series always. Tekken 2 though is the one I remember having like this many characters.
What is that, like 40?
It's
characters?
Like a bazillion characters.
That's incredible. All right, so
here in the middle, you got some Lars action. You got Lisa, little Miguel, Leo, Bob. Those are all. So yeah, lots of characters.
Yes, that is true.
Ton of characters.
You know, not just restricted to the human race, which is what I like about the Tekken series.
Should we? I can keep playing if you want some more, but otherwise.
You know what I'd like to? Let's check out. Yeah, let's go to the 360. We can see how those visuals sort of stack up, and then we can jump into this scenario bit.
Let me get my.
See what happens when you take it out of sort of the arena.
The arena.
Take it on the road.
You will see momentarily. All right, so this is the Xbox 360 you're looking at. We got this scenario mode.
Yep.
As you'll see, it is kind of like, so it tells you as you're going through, you know, the first part of scenario mode how you should be playing.
Right, so you have to target the guy you're fighting.
You do, but you kind of don't. You can kind of just steer your analog stick toward them.
Oh, okay.
And although maybe I should use the right block. There we go.
And so you've got a buddy here, Elisa or Elise.
Yes.
That chick is joining you on the road. Is this a co-op thing? Can you play this 2 players?
This is a question I do not know the answer to yet.
Okay.
But I would actually guess no. You can see how the camera's locked in on him.
Totally. She just sort of shows up. But you got a friend and you got chickens inside of boxes.
Dude.
And a pretty cool stag there chilling in the river.
Oh, I didn't see him. Is he over here? I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah. No fighting giant deer.
Not in this one. All right, what's going on over here? Formidable enemy has appeared. He does look pretty formidable.
Prepare to eliminate the enemy. She probably doesn't talk like that. She's got some weird stuff that sticks out of her back. It's strange. Is that her she's some sort of cyborg.
She is
robot lady.
She looks like it.
Yeah. And so you pummel this guy pretty good. He's not putting up much of a fight, I gotta say.
He's blocking a whole lot. This is super early. I mean, this is literally the beginning.
This is the beginning of the mode.
I've unlocked an achievement though.
Yeah. You beat the first part of this mode. You're not gonna get another one until like halfway through or something like that.
No. So
a little pat on the back and encourage you.
Well, so there's a look at. We should totally look at the next part of this because I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it.
Cool. You have acquired a lot of items.
And the menus I've noticed as I keep on thumbing through the menus, it's like Alyssa's journal encountered a little storyline during your business there. Let me hit the start button.
All right, so they give you this overworld map too.
Check this out. One of the characters can be unlocked for use in the game. Please select the character unlocked.
Oh, okay, so now you pick from the roster of characters to be unlocked to play in scenario mode?
Apparently, that's pretty awesome. You were learning along with me here. Let's see. I want, you know who's rock?
Who's your guy here?
I got a couple different ways I can go, but I think, I'm gonna go for my good man
Jin. Yeah, solid.
Thank you.
Stand by. Very cool. So Tekken 6 on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. When are folks getting their hands on this? Retail?
October 27th, I believe, is the day.
October 27th?
Yep.
Dude, this month just keeps getting more and more bad.
It's kind of unbelievable how much stuff. Brutal Legend comes out this month, all kinds of good stuff, right?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But Ryan, thanks for joining us. Thanks for showing off this sharp-looking game.
I'm gonna be playing this the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, you keep playing, and we're gonna head on with the show.
Now, Brian, you and I just got back from having a fun old time in Japan, but the reviews team has been grinding this past week. They've just been putting out review after review after review.
Yep.
One of those being an interesting downloadable game called Zombie Apocalypse.
Yes.
Basically a lighter, top-down, still co-op version of Left 4 Dead.
That's awesome. And of course, Gran Turismo PSP, a game that I've been playing a lot, the precursor to Gran Turismo 5, which is a lot of fun. Anyway, we want to get you guys caught up with everything that the reviews crew has been doing with our video look at their reviews. It's called Review Roundup. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Beautiful bean.
The reviews are coming in fast and furious. September is done and October speeds in. With so many games hitting store shelves, we wanted to give you a quick roundup of the games we covered this week. You can find all these reviews in full on the reviews page. Ninjas invaded the PlayStation 3 this week. Ryu and a band of beauties slice and dice through fiends and ninjas in Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. An enhanced release of the Xbox 360 version, Sigma 2 is notably better, and it should be enough to entice fans of the series into buying it again. The game has the same fast-paced action, epic battles, new levels, new playable heroines, and an online co-op mode. The game may not have addressed every issue, but the vicious swordplay makes up for the shortcomings. The Dead Space story gets deeper with this precursor rail shooter for the Wii. Dead Space Extraction ends where Dead Space began. You learn about the mysterious marker and fleet to the USG Ishimura. You get to wield a lot of the same weapons and kill a lot of necromorphs as you uncover the secrets that help flesh out the Deep Space storyline. The PSP Go gets ready by releasing a duo of racing titles, MotorStorm Arctic Edge and Gran Turismo. Arctic Edge sends you screaming through the snow in an assortment of off-road vehicles. This portable version encapsulates all the pros and cons of the series' fast-paced racing action. There have been some connectivity issues with the online portion of the game, but overall, it's great fun slinging mud and ice at your opponents. Gran Turismo fans rejoice! GT has finally made it to the PSP. After 5 years in the making, we can finally hit the track in over 800 different cars. Every car you earn in the game is eligible for sharing or trading with friends. Race with friends or race the AI. Either way, you're going to need to put in a lot of track time to amass all these cars. Also on the site, a review for Spyborgs. Take on nefarious villains as a team of elite cyborg agents. Spyborgs delivers a good amount of beat-em-up action, but is largely devoid of flair or fun. Other reviews this week include My Sims Agent, Heroes Over Europe, Katamari Forever, Zombie Apocalypse. Well, that does it for the review roundup. Take a look at all these reviews on the site for the full details and scores.
There you go. There's your look at the review roundup. Before we wrap up this episode of Today on the Spot, Sean, you got something from Japan. Show it off.
I have a special gift. Japan, as you'll know, is a country just known for ridiculous t-shirts. I bought the most ridiculous one I could find.
Look at that.
This is a penguin in a Mexican wrestler mask holding 2 assault rifles.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, this is actually very culturally significant in Japan. It is the fabled penguin terrorist luchador from Japanese history.
Absolutely, and you're lucky that you're 16 because you actually fit in those shirts. I got a little bit of a weight problem. Anyway, there you go. Sean McKinnon, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week for another episode of Today on the Spot. Have a great weekend.
But suffice it to say, it was a good party.
Well, speaking of legal reasons, last week I know said you got that. How do I get out of that? And there's a whole bunch of games featured in this week's reviews roundup, which you guys should check out. Starting now. You didn't like that one. Just tell the truth.